It's coffee break. I guess all the cool announcements are over now?
I guess? What more could possibly get announced? Other than...
San Diego Comic-Con, right?
When does that happen?
I think July?
Early July? I think you're right. Because Hasbin Hotel keeps being like, we're gonna announce something. And I'm like, everyone keeps being like, they're gonna announce something. And I'm like, it's a month away, guys. Let's calm down.
Damn.
Oh, also there's a Pokemon Direct later this month. So we're almost done with all the cool announcements.
Yeah, we just got this Donkey Kong Bananza one. We'll talk about that later. It's only 17 minutes long, and it's all just Donkey.
I expected, like, some other announcements and, like, a bit of an expansion on Donkey.
Yeah, and a Pokemon Cafe Remix update.
Of course, obviously.
You gotta update that game. The Naked Gun trailer. Naked Gun is an old comedy series of films starring Leslie Mann.
Yes.
No.
No? Leslie,
yeah.
Leslie... He was in Airplane.
Yes. And Naked Gun.
A very, like, wacky, like, a lot of play-on-word type humor.
Yep.
Which I love. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not the original guy. It's now Liam Neeson, who will be playing his son.
I'm excited.
It's interesting to see a comedy, one that's based on such old school concepts, come out and be like, no, we're going to do a theatrical release.
It has been a while, but like there's a different vibe with this one compared to a lot of the other comedies that have come out.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to it. It's refreshing. It's refreshingly classic, I'd say.
From everything I've seen in the trailer, it looks like it's almost lowbrow humor.
Yeah. You know, the classic, like...
Poop jokes.
From this angle, it looks like he's getting a blowjob.
Yeah.
Whatever.
What was he staring at?
He was just staring at the wall.
Just standing there staring up at a wall. Well, someone's trying to clean the oven, yeah.
I'm really excited that it's Liam Neeson. Because I felt like for a while he's very funny. But he doesn't get to be in comedy roles for, like, ever.
No, he's usually a more serious actor.
Just doing Taken for, like, Taken but in the snow. Taken but we're in a different city.
Do you remember him showing up in Ted?
Yes. That's what made me first think he could be really funny.
He's also the villain in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Oh, he was?
Yep.
I thought... Well, Neil Patrick Harris was there.
He's like a proto-villain.
Yeah, he's an adversary, but not the villain.
Yeah. This should be fun, and I'm excited to see how the world reacts, at least America, how it reacts to a comedy film like this coming out. I've never seen any of the Naked Guns. I've seen Airplane.
I love Airplane. I've seen one of the Naked Guns. I don't think all the way through, but I like their humor.
It should be good. So Pixar announced 3 different movies.
Yeah.
Well, one was already... Okay, we'll just start here. There's a new upcoming title, and it's called Gatto.
Yes.
It is about a black cat named Nero, who lives in Italy.
Yeah.
Who aspires to be a musician. But because he's a black cat, no one will accept him because they're superstitious, aka racist.
It just sounds like Ratatouille, but slightly different.
Just music this time? Yes.
Yes.
The interesting thing is, this is the director of Luca. Luca is a Disney film, not a Pixar film. Right?
I think? No. It is Pixar.
Is it?
If it was Disney, I would have reviewed it.
I've never... Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at you.
Well, in my 100-year... like,
I never saw Luca.
I never either.
I didn't really care.
It looks pretty, but I can guess where the plot goes.
Yeah. But that was also Italy. So I guess this guy only has one location in his head.
I mean, Italy's pretty.
Yeah. I'm not saying anything against Italy. I'm just saying there's an entire world.
Yes. There's a low-flying plane.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was. Yeah, it's... okay.
Why a black cat?
Because it's their superstition.
I can't help but be like, oh, Flo, for last year, got a bunch of awards. That one also had a black cat in it.
Yep.
I don't know.
Weird, like, trying to follow up with it or something.
Kind of like the, Ants Bugs Life thing.
Hey, Ants is better.
It is.
And Bugs Life is a masterpiece.
I
so
love
imagine
Bugs
what
Life.
I think of Ants.
Both are good. It's like, have you ever seen that meme where it's an artist and they're depicted as like they have a cake and their cake is small and simple and there's a slightly more refined cake next to theirs, and they're like, oh man, that person's cake is way better. Mine's not nearly as good. No one's gonna like it. And then the next panel is a person with a fork and knife, and they go, holy crap, 2 cakes!
Yeah, that's the mentality. This is their 3rd time doing a story like this.
What's the first 2?
Okay, what I'm talking about is somebody wanting to learn music and struggling through life's journey to get to it.
Yeah.
Okay, we got Coco, the most famous example. They started here.
Yes.
And then, during the pandemic, they dropped Soul.
Yeah, they did. Poor Soul. It was so disconnected.
Yeah.
Like, the plot was all over the place.
Well, this was when Disney started showing its signs that they're falling apart because Bob Chapek.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, the music, I get it. You guys are making musicals. That seems to be... You're not making movies anymore, you're making musicals.
Mm-hmm. But, I wonder, is the cat singing, or is it going to play an instrument? Do we know?
No.
I'm just picturing very, like, Tom and Jerry-esque, grab the mouse, stretch the mouse so its tail becomes like a guitar string or whatever.
Oh.
That was a classic in Tom and Jerry.
I think that's considered a little more gruesome today.
It was squash and stretch. It's not like he realistically hurt Jerry.
That's, yes.
And Jerry would have deserved it, by the way. Jerry sucks.
Okay. The next thing. The plot for Toy Story 5 was revealed.
Yeah.
After Woody has left, Jessie has taken charge of the toys. This was the big controversial moment for a lot of fans, because they all thought Buzz Lightyear was going to be the leader.
I don't think it cares. I don't think it matters.
There was a whole article about
They're
this.
married. If anything, it'd be like...
What?
Yeah, they're dating. They've been dating since, like, a long time. Buzz and Jessie, they've been in a relationship since, like, the second film.
What?
Yeah. You don't know that?
These toys are having sex?
If anything, like, if she's the leader, like, he's like the...
He's number 2, yes.
Exactly.
But when 8-year-old Bonnie, she's their new current owner, if you forgot, she discovers a lily pad tablet. Mm-hmm. It's an iPad, right? With a frog on it.
Very Leapfrog-esque. Which someone pointed out that this seems a bit in poor taste, because the man who made Leapfrog recently passed away. And it's like, oh, well...
Who's paying attention to this guy?
I mean...
I didn't know that.
Probably people in the sphere of kids' education.
Also, because there's a frog on it?
Well...
You guys are making jumps, okay? You're making the leapfrog here. That's insane. It's just a frog character.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Anyways, Jessie and the toys need Woody's help to gain Bonnie's affection back.
What? We're bringing Woody back?
We're bringing Woody back. So we gotta go out, find Woody wherever we left him. He's with Bo Peep, right? Yeah. And, I mean, I don't know what he's adopted since. He tends to just pick up toys and walk around with them.
Yeah. Is Evel Knievel gonna still be with them?
Yeah,
is he like still... Keanu Reeves?
Yeah, is he still in that weird little town?
They need to stop doing that. They've abandoned characters and then dragged them back like 4 times now.
Yes.
Stop. We left Woody behind. I was fine with leaving Woody behind. Just let's move forward with new things.
Well, they can't, because they can't solve their problems without Woody.
Also, no one wanted this. No one wanted Toy Story 5.
It's the race of who can do it first. Is it Toy Story 5 or Shrek 5?
Man, what a disappointing award to win. You made it to the worst 5th sequel before Shrek did.
Well, technically, Indiana Jones did that before everybody else.
Oof. Oof. Ooh.
No, there's no point for another Toy Story. Move on. Do something new. Like, make a story about a cat that's...
trying to be a musician.
Yes.
And he crawls onto the head of an Italian man and pulls his hair.
Yep. And then they announced another movie called Hopper.
I haven't heard anything about this one.
Yes, Hopper went right under the radar, and they know that because they just don't care.
Oh, great.
It has a very, recent, soon it'll be released, March.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird. So just really just crapped this one out, huh?
Yes. From what I understand, I keep yawning. From what I understand, it's about a little girl and a mayor of a town who are upset that they're building, a freeway through a forest that's gonna just disrupt the ecosystem.
Okay.
And they also team up with the animals in the forest.
Oh, I do remember you telling me about this one.
It sounds like furry vengeance.
It sounds like open season.
Yes, open season. Yep. Hoodwinked.
Like every single
Over the hedge.
half of Sonic the Hedgehog's whole storylines.
Yeah. So it was. It's like, yeah, no wonder why you guys don't care. This story has been told already.
Also, I'm always this is a pet peeve, but I always hate when, like, especially like entertainment with like child audiences in mind, paints environmentalist messages as very like black and white. Like, if we just believe and get the woodland critters to chase away the construction workers, we can save the forest. And it's like, no, why don't we actually show real ways of how to help save the environment?
Yes.
Realistic ways, so it's actually educational.
And it starts with assassinating the president.
This is a joke. So, FBI, we're joking.
I think everyone can tell that was a joke. Yeah, so if you're interested in Pixar's flavor of environmentalist messages, this spring is your opportunity.
Hooray.
Okay. Disney is gearing up for something big.
What's that?
See, we were talking about fives.
Uh-huh. Let's go even further beyond.
What's bigger than 5? It's 6.
Whoa. Wow.
Pirates of the Caribbean 6.
Well, no.
Yes.
This is still happening?
Yes.
Which one is it? Is it the one with Margot Robbie? Because there were rumors floating around where...
Are you ready?
It's not the one with Margot, is it?
We don't know.
Oh,
Because
damn.
it seems they've taken the 2 different ideas. There was one with Margot where they're going to basically reboot the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then there was one with Jack
Yeah.
where it would just continue on. They have seemed to have combined these 2 concepts. So some cast members are returning. We don't know which ones, but Orlando Bloom said it's time to get the gang back together.
Okay, well, he loves doing that.
Yeah.
When they were like, we're making The Hobbit, he was like, yeah, I'll be Legolas again.
He's already said he wants to play Legolas in The Search for Gollum. And it's like, are you even in the script?
He's like, I'm gonna be there. Even if I have no lines, I'm gonna be there. You can't stop me. I love dressing up as my favorite little guy.
I love Orlando Bloom. Mm-hmm. He doesn't do much, though.
No, he seems pretty content with that.
Yeah.
He did a lot of theater, so...
Okay. Makes sense. But Pirates...
Is
yeah.
Johnny Depp gonna come back?
So what happened with Johnny is just a little refresher. After the whole defamatory cases and all that,
The court and everything.
Disney severed ties with him. And he got very upset with that, and he has publicly stated he will never play Captain Jack Sparrow again.
I don't blame anybody. I understand why Disney would want to, like, try to stay out of this. I understand why Johnny would be upset by it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fine with this, personally, because I don't want to see 80-year-old Johnny Depp doing the same shtick that got tiresome by the 3rd movie.
Yes. There's very few pictures of him recently, because he started to do acting again.
Yeah.
Like, he looks way older. Mm-hmm. I mean, all that stress got to him.
It all just built up.
He's already like, what, 60 years old?
He is up there.
Yeah. It's hard to figure out what actual age he is, because he is an actual shapeshifter. I mean, if you were looking for the Skinwalker, it's right there.
I mean, I don't know who else. Is Jeffrey Rush still alive?
Yes.
Would he want to come back?
No.
I mean, yeah. Who would want to come back other than Orlando?
Also, he died a second time in 5.
That clearly is not going to stop. They will pull any excuse out their butt to bring anybody back.
It's become this problem with, like, Marvel, where they're like, oh, we'll just bring back anybody we want.
Yeah.
Right? And it's just like, so what's the meaning of life and death if you could just come back?
It's very much the Dragon Ball conundrum.
Yeah.
Where, oh no, Piccolo's dead. That's okay. We'll just get the Dragon Balls again.
And he's standing there next to you. This time he's got a halo.
Yeah.
He could still fight. He could still do everything.
You don't even need to resurrect them. They can just still fight and be dead.
Yeah. It's okay. Spaceballs 2.
Yeah.
It's finally announced. Mel Brooks will be returning as Yogurt.
Yes.
That's just the character's name.
That was.
And by the time this film comes out in 2027, Mel Brooks, Yes, Mel Brooks will be 100 years old.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. I'm legitimately worried if he's going to make it all the way.
He's a man from a different time.
He has some insane tenacity.
Yes.
And
And
he came back and did The History of Everything, Part 2, like 70 years after Part 1 came out. Is that what that movie was called?
History of the World.
Well, that was close.
History of everything. I guess he does cover a lot of stuff in there. And that wasn't a movie, it was a TV show.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, we watched it. What's your favorite Mel Brooks? Oh, it's Young Frankenstein.
I don't know. I also like Robin Hood, Men in Tights.
Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles is up there.
Oh my god.
The ending is so good.
That got out of hand.
I also quote, "Where do white women at?"
Yeah.
all the time.
It's just a funny movie.
I like a lot of his stuff.
Yep. Louis Pullman, he's known for roles in Maverick and
Yeah,
The Thunderbolts.
He's Bob.
Yep.
He's Bob in both of those
Yes,
movies.
he is. I actually had to stop and look that up. And he will join his dad, Bill Pullman, who played the original.
Yeah, like their Han Solo
Yes,
parody.
he's like Starshot Hero or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's been a while since I read it.
Yeah, they're both coming.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it together.
But because his dad's Han Solo, he's gonna be Kylo Ren.
That's gonna be so funny. I was like uncertain. I was like, do we need a Spaceballs 2? I'm not so sure. And then I watched the text scroll, and
Yes.
I'm like, no, we need this. This is already funny.
At one point, they're just attacking Jurassic Park because they're like, there's 7 Jurassic Parks
Yeah,
now.
for some reason. Like, one attempt at a DCU, a second attempt at a DCU.
Okay, and the coolest part is Rick Moranis, the ultimate wimpy girly man, is coming out of retirement.
Which is insane, because I thought he was dead.
No.
I thought that's why he wasn't in movies anymore.
So what happened was his wife died in a horrible accident, and he decided, you know what, I've already done enough acting. I'm going to retire and raise my kids.
Nice.
So that was what he was doing.
It's kind of cool he's coming back for this.
Yeah.
It's been so long. He used to be in everything.
Like, name, other than Ghostbusters and Spaceballs, what else has he been in?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Jesus. Yep.
It was called Little Giants, which was a football movie. It wasn't very popular. I had it on
Was he their
VHS
coach?
for some reason. Yeah.
He doesn't strike me with coach energy.
Well, that was the kind of his like older brother, who was like some real like actual football guy.
Okay.
Was the more impressive coach with the impressive team.
Okay.
And he had the team of rejects that his older brother didn't want.
Nice.
It was a good movie, I think, for like 1994.
Spaceballs, there are some really cool scenes in it. Mm-hmm. Like the xenomorph bursting through John Hurt's chest again. And
I like it when he's like, comb the desert.
Yeah,
And they have giant combs.
And then it cuts to just 2 guys dragging a comb across the sand. That one got me. I just did not expect them to have a comb that big.
That's that,
just
like,
walking around.
That play on words comedy again.
Yep.
We need this again.
English is funny. You could say one thing and it means 10 different things.
The thing is, it's not going to translate well overseas because that language barrier could completely change a punchline.
You know, we don't need to make movies for overseas. They got their own movies.
Yeah.
Hollywood needs to get that out of their head.
That's why I'm happy that they're doing this, because they've been so insistent on including the overseas market in a lot of their stuff.
Yep.
That, like, maybe that's why comedies have been struggling so much.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it.
Yeah, comedy would not work across the world. Mm-hmm. Would it?
It would, but it would have to be completely... Like, there's so many jokes in Pokemon or, like, other various anime that we've watched that just don't reach us because of the translation. You know? They get changed into different, similar jokes, but not always as funny.
Okay. That's interesting. James Gunn, I love talking about him. He loves talking about himself. James Gunn has spoken about the increase of demand from Disney to Marvel, and that because of this, it screwed them over. He originally said it killed Marvel, and then like people had panic attacks. I don't know why. And he had to reiterate himself that it was so overbearing to Marvel to try and do movies and TV shows at the same time. That that's what we're dealing with. These are the kinks in it.
Well, that's like anyone could have told you that.
Well, the interesting thing is Bob Iger also agrees with him.
Isn't Bob Iger gonna retire after Secret Avenger Wars, one of the new Avenger movies.
Secret Wars? Yes. It should be soon, relatively. I'm more interested in Kathleen Kennedy going away.
Yeah, I just want new eyes on things, new ideas, people willing to make different, like, leaps and risks and stuff.
Yeah.
When they've been in their positions for so long, they get very samey and comfortable doing the same things.
Yeah. Well, when Iger said that they're only going to do sequels and remakes, to get this news about Pirates 6, it makes sense to me. It's like, oh yeah, they wouldn't have just tried something new. They would just be like, no, just stick to the same flavor. They like vanilla.
Let's just keep on doing that nostalgia over and over again.
We'll line it up with a holiday weekend, so everybody has time,
and somehow Palpatine returned.
Somehow. I agree with Gunn. But here's the thing. It's almost hypocritical of you to be talking like that when you haven't made a movie yet.
Well,
and you only have a TV show.
I bet he's been reflecting on it a lot because he's like staring down the barrel of what he's trying to build that's similar, and he's trying to think about where they went wrong with Marvel, and trying to think like, how do I make sure not to do that here? Like, he was also said recently that people have been asking about Batman 2.
Yeah.
And he was like, calm down, give him time. Just let him write the script. Just let him do his thing. Jeez. I'm like, I'm glad it's not like, pump it out now. It's, let's make quality.
Batman has been written for a while. All we're waiting for is a director, and then we start shooting.
Well, I'm nervous.
they're aiming to start filming it this fall.
Damn.
Man, it's been a long time, though.
It has been.
Too long. Okay, yes, Paramount is working on Meet the Parents 4.
What? Why? There were so many good comedies announced.
Yes.
What are you doing?
There you go, Meet the Parents 4.
I didn't like Meet the Parents.
Are you kidding me?
It's not...
Meet the Fockers?
No, not my thing.
Little Fockers?
Nope, sorry.
Those are the names of the movies.
My parents loved them, and they just did nothing for me.
The first one is probably the most well done in terms of being a romantic comedy. But the second one is just where it's at. Yeah. Just because when you meet Ben Stiller's family, right, they're so wacky. And it totally helps that you have Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, and Dustin Hoffman at one table.
Stacked.
Yeah. You didn't need anybody else. That was a lot already. The third one was horrible.
Yeah, I heard that. That one's Little Fockers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I ever watched that one.
I can't even try and figure out why I would try to recommend watching any of these movies to you. The comedy is so old.
What would this one even be about? Just now Ben Stiller is the old one, and his is like the first one, but full circle, probably. We're like,
I mean, that's where it was. I think it's going to be one of those things because basically every star in this movie has their own production company. And all those production companies are working together to make this movie. It's just them trying to, I don't know, get another buck.
I guess. Yeah,
come together, have fun, make a movie.
Yeah, try to like relive the old days. Hang out with some of your friends.
Because I'm like, De Niro's going to croak, right?
I'm amazed he hasn't.
Pacino?
Even more amazed he hasn't.
Pesci? Says he?
No.
These guys are old. So, damn. Okay. I just wanted to bring that up. Rings of Power Season 3 began filming several months ago.
Really? Yay!
I don't know why I never found out about this until now.
Maybe they're trying to keep it hush-hush, because after they announced filming season 2, didn't, like, 3 catastrophes happen around them? Like, a horse just died.
Yeah.
They got super sued for filming in, like, a castle they weren't allowed to be in.
Yep, they're wandering through a forest they weren't supposed to be in because they didn't have shooting permits, and I think they burnt down the studio.
Yeah, there's a lot of turmoil filming season 2.
Yeah.
Hopefully season 3 goes a bit more
But
smoothly.
that was all good energy in the end, because we got to see Saruman do all his cool stuff.
He sure did. I didn't cry.
I cried of joy. Anyways, they announced new cast members. The thing is, I don't recognize these people, and we don't know their names.
Mm-hmm. Like, we don't know who they're gonna play.
Yeah, we don't know what race they'll be. But there were so many new cast members that I was like, I think we're going to add a new storyline.
Wouldn't it be the Kings of Men? Wouldn't we start collecting all 9 of them? Because we need the ring wraiths, right?
Yeah, but... Okay.
That's the only thing I can think of. Unless we're, like, building out more orcs to, like, be characters in his faction.
He doesn't need his Nazgul yet.
Yeah, but we still need...
There's no mention of the Nazgul in that last battle between men and elves.
Yeah, but we still need to get the guys out there so we know who will become the Nazgul. Or maybe Witch King of Agmar, doing a plotline with him.
I really hope Search for Gollum is just about that.
That'd be cool.
I've always wanted to know the story of why he became the Witch King. It's just a cool title.
It really is.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Rings of Power Season 3 is happening, and they're filming it right now, which means we can expect to see it 2026.
That'd be awesome. I'd be so into that. Oh, we're in the East. It might be Haradrim. We might meet some Haradrim. That'd be cool. I'd be into that. There's so many... I'd be happy with anything.
Yeah, we still have the Mothman prophecies.
Yeah, that guy. If you haven't seen Rings of Power, that would make no sense. You'd be like, what?
Okay, everybody's favorite show host, Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Anyways, we'll replace Will Arnett for Lego Masters Season 6. Not because Will Arnett got fired, but because he has a scheduling conflict. Mm-hmm. He's probably filming a movie, or he's doing his fun Netflix show thing.
Yeah, which I'm sure he'll find a way to show up for like 1 or 2 episodes.
Well,
probably the finale.
What about Evil Will?
I know, what are you gonna do? Have Evil Nick? I mean, I guess you could film Evil Will separately, because he's just on the monitor, it's already pre-recorded, which would be very funny.
Yeah.
Like, Evil Will shows up and he's like, who the heck are you? Where's normal Will?
I'll destroy you none the same.
I'm bummed, but, I'm not surprised they defaulted to the same guy they always get.
Apparently he's really cheap.
Yeah, I mean, that's all he does. He just hosts Fox stuff.
No, he also has like 12 kids.
Yeah, he sure does.
He just does not know how to wrap up. Funny, because he's about to play with a lot of plastic.
He knows how to wrap up an episode, and that's about it.
He's going to bring such a weird energy.
It will, but
because Will brings such a unique energy.
Yes.
If you weren't expecting it and you see it, you're like, oh, but it makes sense. He's a character actor.
He is. And he goes all out. Mm-hmm. And you can tell he has fun.
Yep.
I'm glad Amy and Jamie are sticking around.
They are the Lego masters.
Yeah, but still.
They create the sets.
They might be busy.
Yeah, okay. Anyways, the show continues on. I was worried about it. Jermey Allen-White. It's Jermey Allen-White's turn to do a biopic.
Yes.
And they chose Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Yep. And that is what my thumbnail is.
It's a good thumbnail.
It's Deliver Me From Nowhere.
That's the name of the Bruce Springsteen.
Of the movie.
Which surely is a lyric from one of his...
I'm sure it is. When you look at the comparison side by side, I know I put Carmi there. I didn't want to use Bruce. But the other guy is Bruce. It's supposed to be him playing Bruce. Mm-hmm. When you see Bruce and Jermey Allen, they just don't look the same.
They don't. It might be like a like the personality. Like he might embody his mannerisms really well. Mm-hmm. I'm more excited for this than I was for the Bob Dylan one.
I don't like Bob Dylan.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm indifferent about his music and I don't care. But I do like Bruce Springsteen. I like his story. I like his songs. So I would be more interested in watching this one. Also, I like Jermey Allen-White more than Timmy Chalamet. Sorry, Timmy, you're great. You really tanked my expectations of you with that Willy Wonka movie, though. You became Wonka, and we have a real chef making actual food, not a chocolatier.
Wow.
I know.
Sexy Wonka?
I'm full of hot takes.
Yeah, you are. Okay. The Minecraft movie will stream on HBO Max June 20th.
Wow.
I want to see it.
You sure can. I'll go to bed.
You won't be able to sleep through Chicken Jockey.
Oh my god. I know it's just gonna be annoying for me.
I think it's annoying for everyone.
Yeah.
You think Jack Black had fun doing that?
No, I think he had fun grabbing a paycheck.
Yes. Yes, he did. Silent Hill 1 was announced for a remake from the same team that did Silent Hill 2. Mm-hmm. Blooper.
Yes.
I'm excited. This is the direction I was like, oh, okay.
I understand why they did 2 first. That's the more popular one.
Yes.
But I like Silent Hill. It's so unique.
The first game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it really is, like, you don't fight. You're not supposed to fight.
You can fight.
You can, but...
You can run.
You're supposed to run.
It's been so long since I played 1. Mm-hmm. Because I had to get, like... I have an actual physical copy of it.
Nice.
To play on the PlayStation 2.
Hell yeah. I wonder how they'll do the fog. Like, I wonder if they'll make it scarier somehow. Make it look like things are moving around in there.
Did you not watch me play 2?
Well, 2 doesn't have the same kind of fog.
Oh my god. If it's the same team building, it's going to be the same type of game.
But they could go even further beyond. They could continue to harness their skills.
I wanted them, hopefully they will. I wanted them to do 4 though. And, I mean...
Which one's 4?
The Room.
That would have been cool. Maybe they'll get to it.
Or even better, do Downpour.
Yeah.
And here's the reason. It has a good story. It's a terrible game.
Yes.
I mean, clearly it was the last Silent Hill for over a decade.
Yeah. Let's just fix up the mechanics, change some of the enemy design.
Yep.
And bam, take a good story and repurpose it and fix it.
Yep. Return to Silent Hill, which is the movie based on the second game, from the director of the first movie, not to be confused with Silent Hill Resurrection.
Yes.
Is it Resurrection?
I believe?
It's not Requiem.
No. What about it?
It got an official release date of January 23rd, 2026.
Dang.
So, January we got a cool Silent Hill movie, and then February is Ruzzy time.
There's a lot of horror, a lot of Silent Hill, a lot of horror stuff.
Yep, I like that. It makes me feel better. Mm-hmm. But they also announced Deadly Silent Night.
Yeah, which one's that one?
That's the one with the guy from Stranger Things.
That's
David Harbour.
Oh, Harbour. David Harbour.
Yeah, remember he was like the evil Santa? He was just going around killing people.
He did do that.
Yeah.
He was the monster in Creature Commandos.
Okay.
He's Black Widow's dad.
Yep, Red Guardian. But I didn't really want to talk about it because the first movie was terrible. So I moved on.
Okay.
Nintendo Direct. There was a Nintendo Direct this morning. You want to take it from here? I'm tired of talking.
Yeah, it was the Donkey Kong one. It just gave us a much deeper dive look of Donkey Kong Bananza. It's a lot. It's a lot more than I thought it was.
What did you actually think it was?
I just thought it looked very empty. And I'm like, what do? Just run around and like punch stuff? Mm-hmm. But like we go into like your full set of abilities, your skill points. You got little baby Pauline hanging out with you, which is adorable. She sings. I hope she does the DK rap.
I'm sure she will.
I mean, we already heard a part of it in the trailer.
Yeah.
I hope they do the Donkey Kong theme song from the old cartoon. Yeah.
Okay.
Donkey Kong has a lot of good music. It had the bongo game, right?
Oh, Jungle Beat.
Like just incorporate all those good sounds in this one. It looks a lot like Mario Odyssey mixed with
Breath of the Wild.
and
Pokemon.
yes.
Scarlet and Violet. One thing we noticed, the transformations. They're showing off different transformations. There's
Like a
King
large.
Bonanza,
Yeah.
which is just an upgrade for a donkey. He can turn into a zebra and an ostrich.
Yes.
The zebra can run across water.
The ostrich can fly, obviously.
Yep, and poop egg bombs.
Which-
I feel like I've seen somebody do that before.
Donkey Kong de-transforms and he's like, I feel different. I don't want to do that again.
But what it reminded me of was the Titans in Pokemon, or the Divine Beasts.
Yes.
How you have to beat them and then you unlock a new ability, which will make traversing the land a lot easier.
Yeah.
So there's clearly more than just those guys, but he was transforming into the ones that they showed you.
I like how there's a big emphasis on like different textures. Like Donkey Kong can punch his way through anything, but
Yes.
some things are a stronger texture, like stone, so it takes more to break through it. And you can also throw sand and it sticks to stuff.
Yep.
And there's clearly a huge emphasis on what everything is built with. In fact, there was some stuff that we saw that they didn't really explain, like a rainbow type stone that made them float briefly.
Yep.
So clearly that was like the real emphasis of here's a bunch of texture stuff. They all do different things with your limited pool of abilities.
Yeah.
So that's neat.
Well, in that aspect, I would say it's like Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Whereas they just want you to build things. Mm-hmm. You know.
I mean,
And you guessed it. Who's building the giant penis?
there's going to be just a huge sand penis.
we already know it's coming. Will it explode at the top?
I think the dumbest thing was this like little mini game detail, which like it's fine, it's just a mini game where you use the mouse controls
Yeah.
to paint and carve a rock, whatever. I was like, okay, sure.
That's
Cool.
so dumb. I can't believe they're really like... I can't believe I called it out. I was like, those are mice. And then it turns out to be real. And they're trying to put it in every game they can.
It's so like ham-fisted. It already reminds me of like the pad from the Wii U, where it's like, and then on it is your map, and I'm like, oh okay, that's cool. I mean, I could just hit pause, but yeah, having it just be in my hand that's convenient, I guess.
They didn't know what they were doing with the Wii U. Though there was some interesting news that over $1 million worth of Nintendo Switch 2s were stolen from a delivery van.
Yeah, that sucks.
The FBI are involved in it now.
Oh, that guy's gonna be destroyed when they find him.
Well, did they know they were stealing Switch 2s, or did they just happen to come across them?
Yeah, I don't know. Because apparently the delivery driver didn't know he was
Yeah.
moving Switch 2s.
So,
Unless it's an inside job, he might have just accidentally done that. And he like opens the back and he sees it and he's like, oh no, I really screwed up.
yeah. Things are getting a little tight. Things are getting a little scary out there. It's hard to not notice and not want to say something. Last week's question was about grog.
Which it's not.
Sorry, grog.
Yeah, it's not. I prefer grog personally.
Yeah, grog is what, fermented blood
Oh, is it?
that orcs drink?
It's the Grod.
Oh, okay. My bad.
It's also the name of the character from Vox Machina. Grog.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought, okay.
7 people voted, and it was unanimous. It's a bad name.
Yeah, it's a bad name. That was crazy.
I mean,
they're still gonna go forward with it.
It's so bad, we got it wrong in the middle of our whole podcast.
Well, is it Alley? Alley or Owl?
Yeah, is it alley like alleyway?
Or Ollie?
Or is it ally like companion?
I don't know.
Terrible.
It is. Box office trolls.
Yeah, box office trolls.
Number 1, How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I've heard it's good.
Yeah.
I've heard it's very similar to the original.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know.
I've heard nothing bad about it.
Yeah, the most bad thing I've heard is we didn't need it because it's like the original.
I would still like to watch it, but I don't feel like it's just worth a trip to the theaters.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think it's going to sell out theaters like Stitch did.
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch definitely did a number.
I mean, it's still number 2 at 4 weeks in.
Yeah. Damn, I don't know if How to Train Your Dragon is going to make that. Well, what's its overseas numbers?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, number 3, The Materialist.
Good for them.
Isn't this the new...
It's A24. I don't know.
I saw a picture and I was like, who is that actor? Because I'm like, why is he in everything? Isn't it Pedro Pascal again?
Is it? Oh, it is! It's Pedro Pascal and Chris Evans.
Okay.
And Dakota Johnson, I think.
What the hell?
I think?
Okay. So
I heard people were disappointed because apparently the marketing is a little disingenuous about what it's about.
Okay.
And I'm like, bummer.
you know, it's an A24 film, so I wouldn't worry too much about marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning.
Good for them.
Number 5, Ballerina.
Cool.
It was number 2 last week.
Well, plummeting.
Yep. And number 6, Karate Kid Legends.
Good for them.
Number 7, Final Destination Bloodlines.
Which should hit streaming soon, if it hasn't already.
Yeah, well, this is what, the 6th or 5th movie in the franchise?
Uh-huh.
Again, I have to see the first few before I even get there.
Mm-hmm.
I just never watched Final Destination. Number 8, The Phoenician Scheme.
Yeah, bummer it's plummeting so fast.
Yep. Number 9, The Life of Chuck.
Every time, it's like, who is it? It's like Timmy Chalamet's in this movie.
No, he's not.
I think Christian Bale's in this movie.
No, he's not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Who's in this movie?
Loki.
Oh, that's what it was.
Tom Hiddlesticks.
I remembered he was this tall, skinny man with dark hair.
Yeah.
The two guys I named are pretty similar.
The movie's not doing well because they never did any marketing for it, which is insane because it's also a Stephen King story.
Yeah.
And it's directed by Mike Flanagan, who's known for doing Stephen King stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's super good.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a horror either.
It's a weird blend of genres.
Yeah.
There are moments of horror.
Yeah.
This is one of those more avant-garde for Stephen King books.
Mm-hmm. This is when he was having his, like, crisis.
When is he not?
Oh, that's fair. One of his, a specific flavor of crisis.
Yes. And number 10, Sinners.
Yeah, which I want to stream soon. I want it to hit streaming already, because I want to watch it.
It should be soon. It should be soon. So last week I said that this week's film review was Star Wars, Episode 7. Mm-hmm. I'm currently still working on it. I ran into a little hiccup, and I needed some time just to work on it. So it will be here next week.
Mm-hmm.
I will also have to fight Disney over copyright issues.
Of course, because it's Disney.
Yep. So we just took another week break from the film reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But I've got some new system in place that's really going to help me try and keep these running.
I'm excited.
Also, because it's July.
Yeah.
I mean...
It's been half a year of doing this.
Yeah, I'll just tell you right now, because Jurassic World, the 4 is coming out,
mm-hmm.
I'm going to review Jurassic World.
Nice.
Like, we've got a lot of cool things coming out where I'm like, oh, we can fit this over here.
Mm-hmm.
But... in doing so, I'll tell you, I enjoyed Star Wars Episode 7. There are issues, but it's not as bad as some of these other Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
Looking at you, Mandalorian Grogu. They haven't come out yet, but I know there's a problem.
Like, it does have its issues. It's overly reliant on nostalgia.
Yes.
But it was still fun. It was different. And I remember being, like, refreshing, like, charmed with it.
Dude, it was awesome to just sit in my own living room. Turn out the lights, because we got this cool, like, purple spiderweb light.
Yeah.
That's our nightlight. Get the surround sound and just watch the movie. And it's been a long time since I've seen Episode 7.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I was there. I was, like, I felt the magic. I knew what I was looking at. It's that good. It's really, really good. Again, there's still problems. It's not perfect.
Of course. But it is still good.
Yep. So I'm going to work on that review, get that out, and we're going to keep moving on. Thank you for understanding. We watched the most controversial Disney film since Song of the South.
I don't think it's that. We watched the live-action Snow White.
Oh my god.
I know.
If you did not watch this movie and you heard all the negativity about it, They are lying to you.
It's pretty dang good.
It's really good.
It was shocking how well done it is, actually.
The marketing does not help it. It is a very different story. It is still Snow White. Mm-hmm. It's still very much Snow White.
Which was the part I was the most nervous about.
Yeah.
And they did it. They, like, everything she does feels very, like, in line with her character.
Yep.
I like how they did the ending, like, staying true to her character.
Yep.
There's problems.
There's CGI problems, and there's Gal Gadot problems.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Her villain song. Woof.
Well, one of the things I wanted to start out with before we get to the Queen is that the original Snow White doesn't have an Act 1.
Yeah.
In fact, they just tell you everything as fast as they can through storybook telling, right?
Yeah.
And then now Snow White's being chased by the huntsman through the, supernatural forest?
Well,
It's the Black Forest.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just how you start the movie. That would be your second act.
Well, she has enough time. She meets the prince. That's technically the beginning. She's scrubbing the floor, and then she makes her wish on the well, and then the prince shows up. And then, the queen is like, get rid of that girl. And then we go to them. It's like 5 minutes tops, and that's mostly the credits.
Yeah. There is no prince in this one.
No. He's a bandit. He's a thief.
And better than that, he's an actor.
And
that's not a joke. They said that line, and then you look at their outfits, and you're like, oh... But then they never talk about it again.
Yeah, I felt like it was like they were putting on a performance was going to be a big deal.
Yeah.
Like that's like maybe even like the scary trees was a part of their performance to try to get people out of the forest.
Ooh.
But no.
Yeah, they never expanded on that.
Also, he's just in like a normal hoodie. like he's strolled right out of Hot Topic.
It's a cool hoodie.
It is.
But he's literally wearing a hoodie with a jacket over the top, like he's a New Yorker.
Yeah.
He's just missing the ball cap. Okay. The CGI, yeah. The dwarves, they live in Moria. That's clear.
Yeah.
The Arkenstone's even in there.
It so is. There's like a shot where they show us this particularly beautiful stone that's separated from the others, and I'm like, what is that?
It makes no sense, because if they mine gems, you think they had completely uncovered this beautiful one at the top of the waterfall. They would have picked it up and took it, right?
Nah.
But they leave it there.
They do.
And you're like, okay.
Sure.
The songs are a bit modern.
They really feel like they're desperately trying to compete with Wicked. Mm-hmm. They don't.
No, you're not going to catch up to Wicked.
They kept 2 songs basically the same.
Also, hold on. The 2 girls of the 3 main characters of Wicked.
Yeah.
An actual actress who's learned to sing, a dancer and singer, actor, and then Ariana Grande. And that's kind of just my argument there.
Yeah, versus
Gal Gadot, who is never known for acting, yet alone singing, and we'll never hear her sing again.
Oh my god.
Rachel
Zegler? She did fine.
She's done acting.
Yeah.
She got better. She got way better at it.
Her acting's fine.
It's damn that mouth. That is a very big mouth.
Like the singing's fine.
Yeah.
I don't love any of the songs. They kept 2 of them exactly the same. Hi Ho's the same, obviously. It's just like longer.
But it also has like some dubstep in it.
It doesn't. They just expanded the lyrics a bit more. And then Whistle While You Work is exactly the same.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Well, it's... Okay.
Well, I was confused because why we got rid of... Okay, so they got rid of her main theme, which was I'm Wishing. Mm-hmm. They changed it to this new one. And on one hand, I'm like, I get it. Because the thing she was wishing for in the old version was just to get married. That's all she ever wanted, was for someone to marry her.
That's the way it should be.
And that's not what she wants in this one. So I understand why they would change it. But I don't know why you would change not just the lyrics, but the whole song.
Yeah. I thought it was cool that she got expanded on.
Yeah.
We got to learn more about her. We got to see her interact with the Queen and how that is. Mm-hmm. The Queen is just evil to be evil.
Yeah, she's kind of boring.
And she appeared from nowhere just to be evil. So you're like, I guess, sadly, this is a story just to torture the villagers.
I get, like the town worked in gems. Like, they had gemstones. That was their main form of trade. So I think that's why she showed up, because she's like, I want all the pretty gems and stuff, because I'm vain.
Yes.
But, yeah, we don't even get her name, still, which is annoying. I have to continue to call her Evelyn.
Just, you don't know anything about this character. She just appears, causes problems, and then dies at the end.
Yeah, once Snow runs off, we barely see her. She shows up long enough to do her horrible song and dance, and then she disappears again. And then comes back to do her little apple thing, and then just disappears. I'm like, I wish we could have expanded her more. Mm-hmm. Really hammed up her evilness more. Also, I hate the mirror. It looks ugly.
Especially after... God, how many times have you watched Wish?
Too many.
See, and that's what makes me think that you're lying to us. You're actually a fan.
There was so much potential with it. It could have been so cool.
They should have got Chris Pine to come back and play Magnifico through the mirror.
That would have been a neat little addition.
Yeah.
Or at least, like, make it look like Magnifico. Instead, it just looks like...
He only has, like, 4 lines.
Yeah.
You can get Chris Pratt for that. He's not doing anything right now.
Even Chris Pine?
Jeez, I did what you did.
I usually do that.
I got mixed up with my Chris's. Snow White is a awesome movie.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it was fine.
Just everybody was wrong. It was better than you thought.
I think just the marketing really soiled everyone's mood for it.
Yeah. We watched some Chinese films, some older Chinese films.
Yeah.
Called The Monkey King and The Monkey King 2.
They're good. They're great.
They are about Wukong and the beginning of Journey to the West.
Yes. I liked Monkey King 2 a lot better.
Monkey King 2 is more practical, while Monkey King is more CGI heavy.
Yes. Also, I preferred the So the actor changes for Wukong himself.
Yep.
In the first one, he really hams up the monkeyness. You know, like, he titters about, he, like, kind of flips and flails and whatever, which makes sense for that stage of the character, but I did prefer the more, like, reserved sass of the second actor for Monkey King 2.
Yeah.
It was fun. Mm-hmm. All fun. Cool stuff.
So, when I found these movies, I had already known about Journey to the West. But the first movie focuses on the beginning of Wukong's journey. Mm-hmm. Not the beginning of Tang.
Yeah, the monk.
Yeah, the monk, where that would pick up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It explains why Wukong got crushed by Buddha.
Yeah.
And he causes chaos in the Heavenly Palace.
Mm-hmm.
He fights against the Jade Emperor.
Becomes like 7 times immortal.
Yeah, just causing mayhem.
Yep.
The Bull King rises from hell.
Yes.
Yeah, like, it's a story of celestial deities just beating each other down.
Oh, it totally made me cry, by the way.
Why? When they killed all the monkeys?
When they killed all the monkeys.
Yeah, but then here's the thing with Wukong. Why? Why did you think that was the correct move?
They wanted to piss him off.
Oh, yeah, you did.
They just didn't think he'd piss.
But when you realize there's like 1,000 Wukongs coming at you through the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
I don't think any of them knew he could do that.
He's usually known for plucking a strand, right?
Yeah.
And then it'll manifest into others. Mm-hmm. There's a moment where he's just shedding.
Yeah, he just like shakes his head,
yeah,
and like a billion of them fall off.
Yeah, just start coming out, and just like, and yeah, they just run around and beat people up.
The action was great. The action was better in the second one because it was more like, I'm gonna say subdued, less flying through the sky on like tripwires, and more like, well, there was plenty of that still.
Yeah.
But is it the one part I keep thinking about? It's when he meets Pigsy, and Pigsy's like calls him a naughty boy because he keeps mimicking him, mm-hmm. and he just does this cool thing. He just like lifts up one of his legs and crosses it while standing, and then like does like this slow one-legged lean to sit on a rock, and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, he probably would have needed wires to help balance him to do that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard to. Wukong is the original superhero. Mm-hmm. He does everything that everybody else will eventually try to achieve.
It's true.
I just love Wu. I've been really enjoying this game. It's taken me way too long, but this Saturday I'm going to play more of it.
Heck yeah.
Tuesday is Star Wars?
Uh-huh.
I hope you guys are ready. Sorry about it. What do you got?
I'm doing a ranking video. My patrons voted for it. I'm ranking the songs from Hell of a Boss seasons 1 and 2. So that'll be fun.
There's
Yeah.
Hell of a Boss is the not so popular one. Got it. Okay.
The Hell of a Boss is one that only just recently got picked up from Amazon.
Yeah, nice. Okay, that was Coffee Break. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I kept yawning a lot.
It's sleepies.
I am.
Bye.
Bye-bye. It's a testing.
Did you, by the way, did you ever, touch the gain on the back here?
Nope. You just want to accuse me of everything?
No, I felt like I was really quiet. And then I fiddled with it, and then I felt too loud, and then I fiddled with it again to a point where I was happy. But it was the same exact spot where it was at before, where I felt like I was too quiet.
How is this my fault?
I'm not saying it's your fault, I'm just wondering if you ever fiddle with it.
No.